Iggy Azalea and Azealia Banks feud explained. There is no shortage of feud in hip-hop. We're all aware of the year-long beefs of the likes of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and Drake and Meek Mill, Kanye West and Drake. However, no one makes the feud list as often as Azealia Banks does. In this video, we take a look at the long-running feud between Azealia Banks and Iggy Azalea and see what's making these two go at one another. Stay tuned! Azealia Banks has been in the music industry for a decade now. For her stance, she's one of the best rappers in the game, a great dancer, artist, and a founder of all the fashion and witchy beauty trends that are buzzing today. For her haters, she's obnoxious, racist, both dusty and washed, and possibly on drugs with a failed career. And yes, don't forget to mention her constant feuds with everyone in the music industry. The 212 rapper has been involved in many feuds over the course of her career, and more often than not, she's the main instigator. For starters, she once took a jab at Cardi B and called her a poor man's Nicki Minaj, and even went as far as to claim that she's been an illiterate, untalented rat, per Paper magazine. In 2017, Banks, who is a known supporter of former President Donald Trump, called out Rihanna for speaking against the Muslim ban. As far as Rihanna and all of the rest of the celebrities who are using their influence to stir the public, you lot really need to shut up and sit down, Banks said at the time, per Billboard. She even got involved in a feud with actor Russell Crowe, who she claimed assaulted and hurled racist slurs against her. The singer-songwriter filed a case against the actor, but it was subsequently tossed due to lack of evidence per essence. And these are just a few names she started beefs with. Azealia Banks was also known for repeatedly spewing insults against a fellow rapper, Iggy Azalea. They were involved in an online brawl for years, until it ended in 2017 when they got to work together on a project. Rivals from the start. Azealia Banks is weird. It seems she was not a fan of Iggy Azalea from the get-go. In 2012, back when the fancy singer was fairly new on the scene, she was featured in XXL magazine's freshman cover, which Banks then took issue with. Come 2012, Iggy Azalea bagged a Grammy nominations, and Banks went on a minute-long rant about how black rappers tend to lose out to white artists and how Azalea appropriates black culture. That Iggy Azalea shish isn't better than any effing black girl that's rapping today, you know, when they give those awards out, because the Grammys are supposed to be allocates of artistic excellence. You know what I mean? She told Hot 97 per Pop Sugar. Iggy Azalea is not excellent. Not one to back down, Azalea responded on Twitter saying that Banks isn't getting any awards because of her behavior. Special message for Banks: there are many black artists succeeding in all genres. The reason you haven't is because of your piss-poor attitude. She wrote in a now-deleted series of tweets. Your inability to be responsible for your own mistakes, bullying others, and the inability to be humble or have self-control. It's you! Their feud came to a fever pitch when Banks encouraged Azalea to commit suicide. For those who don't know, in 2016, Azalea opened up to J. Cruz about having suicidal thoughts, and the clip got shared on the Shade Room per XXL. Banks, who had deleted her Twitter at the time, commented, "Yeah, slave master, drive that slave truck right off the canyon." Needless to say, fans were upset about the whole affair. Iggy Azalea didn't respond to these comments, but she definitely would have been shocked by Banks' comments. Ending the beef. Iggy Azalea and Azealia Banks' feud became incredibly convoluted, but the two managed to set aside their differences once and for all. In 2017, they joined forces and worked together on a track, if you can believe it. Azalea later announced on social media that Banks would be part of her album, Digital Distortions, and preemptively told fans how she knew that not everybody would understand her decision. Public service announcement: Azalea is going to be on DD. We are collaborating. Burn your wigs now and preserve them in your freezer for release date, she said on Snapchat per AP News. On Twitter, she revealed that she went in these directions to remove negativity in her life. "I don't expect you guys to understand why I would collaborate with someone who has publicly said they hope I die," she wrote. "This has been something extremely negative for so long. If there is a way to make it positive and also be creative together, I'm here for it." Banks also seemed willing to bury the hatchet, but only if Azalea was also willing to educate herself on racial privilege. I think a true reconciliation can happen once there is some acknowledgement of what hip-hop has been trying to tell her. I still don't think she quite understands the effect of her racial privilege and the socio-economic leverage that comes with it has on a marginalized group of women's culture, she told XXL. Race aside, this is also a women's issue. I hope that there will be a chance for us to have an open discussions about this. We are glad the two have left the negativity behind and moved ahead. That's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thanks for watching.